هذه هنا نقطة اتصال الخدمات لهذا البيت مع شركة الخدمة. This here is the point of connection of the utilities of this house to the utility company. هذا الأنبوب النحاسي هو الخط الرئيسي لنقل المياه إلى داخل المنزل. هذا الأنبوب النحاسي هو الخط الرئيسي لنقل المياه إلى داخل المنزل. This copper pipe is the main line to transport water to the inside of the house. This copper pipe is the main line to transport water to the inside of the house. هذا الأنبوب الأصفر هو الخط الرئيسي للغاز. هذا الأنبوب الأصفر هو الخط الرئيسي للغاز. This yellow pipe is the main line for gas. This yellow pipe is the main line for gas. هذا السلك الأصفر بجانب الأنبوب الأصفر يساعد في تحديد مكان أنبوب الغاز بعد دفنه عند استعمال جهاز خاص بذلك. هذا السلك الأصفر بجانب الأنبوب الأصفر يساعد في تحديد مكان أنبوب الغاز بعد دفنه عند استعمال جهاز خاص بذلك. This yellow wire next to the yellow pipe helps in locating the place of the pipe after it is buried when using a special device for that. This yellow wire next to the yellow pipe helps in locating the place of the pipe after it is buried when using a special device for that. هذا هنا شريط أصفر بلاستيكي كتبت عليه كلمة احتراس. هذا هنا شريط أصفر بلاستيكي كتبت عليه كلمة احتراس. This here is a yellow plastic tape. The word caution is written on it. This here is a yellow plastic tape. The word caution is written on it. بعد دفن الأنبوب بكمية محددة من التراب يوضع هذا الشريط على امتداد الخندق. بعد دفن الأنبوب بكمية محددة من التراب يوضع هذا الشريط على امتداد الخندق. After burying the pipe with the specified quantity of dirt, this tape will be placed along the length of the trench. After burying the pipe with the specified quantity of dirt, this tape will be placed along the length of the trench. طبعا ينصح بالاتصال بشركة الطاقة أو المياه قبل الحفر. طبعا ينصح بالاتصال بشركة الطاقة أو المياه قبل الحفر. Of course, it is advised to call the energy or water company before digging. Of course, it is advised to call the energy or water company before digging. This here is the alphabet and the transcriptions. The English letters here from Haywood 65. If you Google Haywood 65, it's Arabic grammar book, page 3 and 4. Here I just added colors to these letters. Notice here they used the Arabic letter for the Ain. They couldn't match something or approximate it with an English letter, but also they use this mark. And if you read these letters here, if you read the name of these letters here, you can get some practice with these transcriptions that they're using. So here this is the Gha, Ghain. This is a diphthong, AI, as in bait. You can use these as a guide. Notice they used the A here. Also, I just want to point out the Hamza or the A. So they use this mark here. You see this mark there? They use this mark here. Looks like this. So that's the mark they're using here for the alif. So they write here the alif as you say it in Arabic, this hamza a. So they wrote the English a, then they have that hamza on top of it. So these are the letters they're using to approximate the Arabic. So this table is, as I said, in page 3 and 4 in that book. You can Google it, Haywood 65. So this here is first page. This here is the second page. So over here it says when it's isolated how the Arabic letter looks. If there's a preceding letter joined to it, before it meaning. If it's in between, succeeding or preceding letter in front of it and after it. Or if it's just followed by a letter. So there is nothing in front of it. The reason I just introduced this here is because I will write one sentence from this new playlist, like here. So in here you have this one sentence. I wrote it using these letters, these transcriptions. Here you can see, if you follow these, you will see how they're able to represent this hamzat al-wasl, or the connecting hamza. So sometimes you pronounce it, sometimes you don't. So here they only have the L there. So I thought this is very helpful for beginners. You get familiar with these letters. Now the red transcriptions here, I marked them red color because these are the ones that change. So the noun stays the same. These blue diacritics, they stay the same, but that ending movement, that's what changes. So that's why I marked that with the red letter, here in Arabic, here in English. So this here is an example for the Arabic script. And here I wrote the same sentence in English and I used Arabic letters. I tried to approximate it. I'm not following anybody with these. I'm just using the usual way we do that if we want to write letters that do not exist in the Arabic language. So here you have the P, this here at the beginning of a word. Here if it's isolated. If it's in the middle, just like a regular P. When you study that table, you'll see it. But the 3 dots, that's only to point the P for in an Arabic script. Same thing for the V here. This here is in the beginning, here if it's isolated, or at the end. So you can use these as a guide. As I said, I'm not following anybody with these, so you might disagree on how these, which diacritics I used, or if I should use a complete vowel. But this is only an approximation to help beginners just make that connection. So you can use this to match the letters to each other with the language you know. So if you're doing English and you're learning English, you use the Arabic or the other way.